What?
I don't wear house. I don't know what
house pants are jeans.
I don't know what house pants are.
Oh, because you wear different comfy pants in the house.
Yes. Yeah, my wife does that. She comes home now and changes into something else, and I'm
wearing my house pants.
I'm baffled
what are
by
they?
that.
Pajama pants?
No, they're
joggers.
They're kind of like joggers, yeah.
Oh,
why don't people wear pants that are comfortable? What's wrong with you?
Because jeans aren't. I'm not wearing jeans around the house.
You're sitting. They're just not. They're hard pants. Yeah. They're hard pants.
Those are exactly. That was exactly what that discussion was.
That's
hard pants and home pants.
That's
hard
a
two different
issue.
things. Yes.
My friend was like,
jeans.
I don't wear hard pants anymore. Hard pants are out.
I don't know what
you guys probably don't even own pants. You just have leggings.
Yeah, I don't wear. I have jeans, and I've bought jeans recently, but then I put them on, and I'm like, these suck. I don't want to wear these. Yeah. Why do I want to wear these if I'm just around my house? These suck.
Yeah, well,
we could talk about hard pants.
I don't want to talk about hard pants.
On.
I don't even know what hard pants are.
Got my tight pants.
Hard pants are like jeans, maybe like stiff khakis, I don't know, corduroy pants. Like they're not soft pants.
Just buy pants that are comfortable. Jeans are comfortable. I don't understand how jeans aren't comfortable.
When I was a teenager, I would have agreed with you. I wore jeans constantly. I would just wear them all day. Mm-hmm. But now I don't. And men's bodies are pretty much straight up and down, or women, it's very difficult to find pants that fit because there's a whole bunch of things to go around and over. And it's
we have a few things to go around and over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm recording.
Okay.
I was just about to sing the Hard Pants song.
Don't please don't do that.
Okay. Tight pants.
Yeah.
Tight pants.
No tight pants.
I got my tight pants on. Go ahead.
All right.
They're eating dogs.
Yeah, they're eating dogs.
In Springfield.
Yeah. What?
Oh, my God.
I saw it on TV. Okay.
It must be true.
It's got to be true. This is Due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast.
Don't get me started on that debate.
The podcast that, by the way, if you say Beetlejuice 3 times while listening to it, pretty much nothing will happen.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Well, Forman might get a little squeaky later on, but that happens most podcasts. Anyway, you can try
Maybe each time Forman says it, he gets a little squeakier.
Maybe that's...
I'm willing to take a chance on that, but I still will not say Candyman 3 times in the mirror. I'll tell you.
All right,
yeah,
don't do.
No.
I wouldn't advise that.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
This fine podcast, of course, brought to you by Campbell Amusements.
Yes, thank you to Campbell Amusements. They are bringing the Midway to all the fall fairs in this area. There's been a lot of them that have happened already, but there's still several coming up. So if you're going to the Stratford Fall Fair, the Ilderton Fair, or the Rockton World's Fair, Campbell Amusements will be there with their rides and their games. Yeah, I don't know why it's the World's Fair, but it is.
We heard that last year. It's always been the Rockton World Fair.
Yeah.
Always.
I don't know why.
No.
It's the whole world's. Anyway, I'd never heard of it, to be honest.
Doesn't matter. If they say it is, it is.
Yeah. It's just like how everybody's number one in something, aren't they?
Yeah, sure. They're eating dogs. Come on.
Yeah, they're eating cats.
Not in Rockton. Not in Rockton.
No, not there.
In Springfield, Ohio.
In Rockton, it's a competition.
Okay. It's like the hot dog competition. Yeah.
Best in show.
Best in show. Okay. Well, Campbell Amusements has given us a promo code for you to use if you're going to Stratford or Rockton. Unfortunately, it doesn't work for Ilderton. You can go to campbellamusements.com, use the promo code DUD, due to underwhelming demand. That's
Perfect.
us.
That's us.
And you'll get $20 off online family packs tickets, which are wristbands, I think. So family packs of tickets. And you can go on all the rides you want.
There you go.
Now, that only works for advance tickets, so you have to purchase that before the event starts, before the first day of the event, okay? So it works for Stratford Fair and the Rockton Fair, World's Fair.
Got it. Okay. DUD.
DUD. Use the code.
CampbellAmusements.com.
Yeah.
Thank you for your support.
Absolutely.
Okay. What you might also call a dud is...
Well, don't bring it until you hear what comes next.
Yeah, I'm really...
I can't even say it. It's a poop in the toilet. Because it's
okay. All right.
It's like a.
Can we take the bell back? Yeah, because that has nothing to do with a. Anyway,
Well,
whatever.
it's like a it's like a dump, but I hate using that word, so I don't want to say it.
Okay.
So
Well, too late.
Okay, fine. That one fell flat. Anyways,
yeah, the Rockton World's Fair. Speaking of tons of rocks.
Okay.
No, I didn't like
that's not
that one
bad.
either.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? You're gonna go? You vote for that one?
I didn't vote for anything. I'm
Okay.
just, I don't even know what you're talking about.
All right. Well, there's the Queensland Board of Health, Queensland, Australia, has gone viral for telling people to poop at work.
Telling them to poop at work.
Do you poop at work, or
Are
do
you-
you avoid pooping at work?
Are
That
you a
one.
work pooper?
Are you a work pooper?
Do you poop at work?
Apparently, a lot of people avoid it. I
Do
know I
people
try and
notice?
avoid it. I try not to poop at work.
No.
But the health department in Queensland, Australia, put out an alert the other day. It was a viral video now, telling
Wow.
people, and all it says it's okay to poop at work. But
No,
they have
it's
they have a whole
No,
message
it's
with
not.
it.
Stop it.
It's not
No.
okay. Okay.
Well, not for
No.
me personally, at least, and I'd
I'm
rather
not-
you didn't either.
Yes,
right
because-
before I want to use the bathroom.
Well,
Exactly.
okay, that's true. Yeah, that's when it affects
You
everybody else.
got to think of the other, your coworkers.
But some people love pooping at work. I think because they feel like they're sticking it to the man, like they're pooping on company time. You know,
Yeah, I
like
get,
I'm
I
getting,
get
call
paid
that-
to poop.
I'm
Oh.
getting
don't-
paid to
I
poop.
don't-
People
I
love
don't
that,
think
right?
That's sticking it to the man.
Yeah,
I think
they like
that's
that.
more like,
Like I'm not working, I'm pooping, right?
yeah, there's a different term for that, but okay.
Is there-
It's not sticking it to the man.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, the Queensland Health Board says, do you poo at work? Lots
No.
of people find it difficult to poo in public toilets, but we're here to tell you that it's definitely okay to go number 2 at work. And they want you to do that because they say that ignoring your need to poo can lead to stool getting stuck in your colon.
Okay, great.
Yeah, can lead to hemorrhoids and other serious issues. If you find it difficult to poo around other people, you might have parcopresis, which is sometimes called poo paranoia. I didn't even know that was I thought everybody had that. I thought everybody had poo paranoia. Apparently not. People with this condition have an overwhelming fear of being judged by others because of the sounds and smells associated with pooing.
It's not
Well,
the difficulty.
yeah.
It's not the judgment. It's that I don't want to. I
Yes.
don't want. I just don't want to.
I prefer.
And you're more comfortable at home.
Yes. In the
Yes.
I think that I just prefer if now sometimes you don't get a choice. Let's be
Well,
honest.
sometimes you have an emergency.
Sometimes you have no
Sure.
choice.
Yeah.
And when you have no choice, it's always good to have a toilet somewhere. Mm-hmm.
Well, absolutely,
It's
yeah.
not fun to have no choice when you're
When you don't have a toilet.
when you're on the freeway and you're doing 120 and all of a sudden now what do I do?
I gotta go.
Okay. So
You gotta go. You
when
have
it
to
comes
find
to
a rest stop.
that, now if you're so does that mean that a truck driver then who's traveling on the
They'd
freeway
have to get used to pooing in public.
I
In
will
public
have
toilets,
to.
no.
But you can't.
Not
But
in front of
you're
people.
suggesting they should poop at work. That means they're
The
Well,
truck.
No, not in the truck. What do you mean?
Well-
Truckers stop at different. They have
That's
truck
their
stops.
office.
that's different.
Well, okay. I'm not suggesting this. This is from Queensland, Australia. The health
Well, you
board
brought
there.
it. You brought it up, or down, or whatever you want to call it.
Some people, like Dave said, some people don't have a choice. And you just reminded me, Dave, of
Yeah.
this one phone call I had one time with Melody's father-in-law on their way to drive to visit from Windsor, Ontario, to Halifax, had to stop at the side of the Trans-Canada Highway in New Brunswick because he's the type of person that when he feels the urge, it's coming. And you got to stop at the side of the road.
Whoa.
And
No.
That sucks that you don't get much notice.
No.
Your body's not giving you much notice there.
Well, I think your body gives you notice, but I mean, you also have to. Sometimes there are times where you go, not now.
Yeah, and I don't think this
I
message is
understand.
for
you
those
can
people.
control that. So some
No.
people can't, I guess.
Not
No,
now.
this isn't for
So
those
that-
people because you're used to. You always go in any toilet that's nearby because you have to in that moment.
Right, and you probably
matter
don't
what.
care because you're used to it, and that's what you always have to do.
Well, what about the?
So
'cause we had a guy for years that worked on the at the radio station when we were on Wellington Road South, and he didn't live far. He literally could walk to work. He didn't, but he could.
Oh,
And
well,
he would-
that's the golden goose right there.
Exactly.
I can go home and do it.
Yes,
Every
and come
single
back
time.
again.
He
Yeah.
would
Perfect.
He would come in every day, every Monday through Friday, and I think he was in Saturdays and Sundays. He was always there. He would come in first thing in the morning.
Now I know who you're talking
Just
Yes,
around the
now
corner
I do
from work.
about. Yeah, I'm like, oh, yeah, he was always
Yeah.
there.
And the first thing he would do is grab a newspaper. This was 10 years ago, maybe
Oh,
more than
gosh.
10 years ago.
Yeah, more
and
than
guess where he went?
Oh,
he
boy.
just left home.
Yeah.
But if he
Now-
was at the office that often, I mean, he probably feels very comfortable
Well,
there. That's
you-
almost his home, too.
Well, I guess, but I mean, something's not right there. You
Yeah.
have to
Right.
admit. Maybe he's trying to save water. Maybe,
he didn't
I don't
want to
know.
buy toilet paper at home.
Maybe
Maybe
he
he's
was
just using the work toilet
maybe he
paper.
was a conservationist ahead of his time. But it was no fun walking into the bathroom when you have a 3.5-minute song.
No.
And that's going on.
Yeah,
No.
that's true.
No.
Okay, well, despite what Dave says, the Queensland Australia Health Board says you should poop at work. If you've got to go, just let yourself go. And here's some tips for a stress-free time on the toilet.
With some tips.
Don't
They've got
do it
to-
at work.
Do you
That's-
have any
that's
music?
a stress-free time. Don't
Yes.
do it at work.
Well, it's stressful if you're trying to hold it in, and they say
Weird.
that holding it in, you may experience symptoms like an increased heart rate, sweating, or nausea. You really got to go, and you don't want to let it out, right?
What's that? I get an increased heart rate, sweating.
And nausea.
That's called
Probably
age.
because-
That's called growing old. Stop it.
You got that all the time.
I have that whole.
All right, so here's your tips for you, okay? We've
I don't
got
need
music
any
here for
tips.
tips.
I'm not doing it.
You were doing tips. Remember, everybody poops. They say visualize somebody famous on the toilet, like Taylor
No!
Swift.
Why?
That's what everybody. It's because it happens to everybody. Everybody poops. Visualize somebody famous, somebody you look up to. They poop too.
Visualize
So it's-
someone famous on the toilet like Taylor Swift.
That's what,
No,
that's a
I don't
quote. I
wanna
am
do
reading
that.
that.
the
Well, that's
very
wrong.
next person
Yeah.
who interviews her better not ask her a damn thing about politics. It better be about her being name dropped in this. I would like to hear her reaction.
Sure, that's gonna
That's right.
happen.
Yeah. They
That's
say
gonna
bring a
happen.
small fragrance spray into the toilet with you, like the poopery, which I've never actually used. I don't know
Oh,
if
now
that
you have to
works.
walk around work with one of those?
Yeah, but actually, I've been to a few studios recently because I'm doing voice work now, where they have poopery in the toilets for you.
Oh.
They have it there, and I'm always like, well, that's considerate. I see it on the
Is
counter.
it?
I'm like,
Is
yes.
it considerate?
For everybody else, it like
Well,
it
now you
cuts
know
the
those
smell.
toilets are frequently used.
Well, I don't know. I guess they have it there just in case. They say tip number 3: avoid food or drink that might trigger your bowels, like lots of coffee or something like that. Right?
Impossible. That's happening.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Coffee's happening. Yeah.
I work
Yeah.
mornings. I'm having a coffee.
Okay. And last tip here: breathe deeply or do a short meditation exercise. I don't know if that's supposed to help you poo or
While
prevent.
going?
I don't know. Doesn't really say.
Before, during, after?
Don't
Yeah,
poop
and
at
they
work.
say if the stress around pooping in public is affecting you, reach out to your healthcare provider for support. I mean,
I just don't want to
Maybe.
do it. I don't want to touch the toilet seat.
Yes. Yes.
well, you're
I'm
not a
not-
woman.
I
You
don't-
don't have to. We have to sit down all the time.
Yes,
That
but
sucks.
that's different because you sit down all the time in the men's room. We're not sitting down all the time.
No.
And sometimes
Yeah, you don't want to sit there.
You don't wanna- you do not wanna touch that seat.
You
Oh.
don't want to sit there. No, you don't.
Okay.
You don't.
All right.
we're saying it's wet, Rachel. The
Yeah,
seat
I
is
get
always
it.
wet.
I get that. Yeah, I get it.
This is due to let me start again.
You got stool on the mind?
Yeah, maybe it's just stuck with me. This is due to underwhelming demand. A podcast that tried unsuccessfully to get the new naming rights to Budweiser Gardens, which may soon be called Canada Life Place, but how much better would it have sounded as Dud Gardens?
I
Yes.
actually think that would be amazing.
The Dud Center.
Can we make that happen? Who wants? Who's going to give us enough money?
Pitbull just did it. There's Pitbull Stadium at Florida University.
Well, Mr.
just call
Worldwide
it
should
that.
have a stadium, especially in Florida.
We'll call it Dud Place.
Dud Place. Dud Gardens, I
How
like.
about the Dud?
Yes.
That works.
Yes.
It does work.
Yeah.
This
I love that.
This fine podcast can't afford that, but we are sponsored by the Ontario Vintage Tractor Pullers Association. I bow to you, Forman, because you literally are a member.
Yes.
Absolutely. And 2 pulls left on the season. This weekend, it'll be Sunday at 11 at the Brooke-Alvinston Fall Fair. Oh, sorry.
That's 2 weeks. That's
Yeah.
a week and a half, basically a week and a half.
Yes, 2 pulls left. Will
Yes.
be next weekend. Next Sunday, the Brooke-Alvinston in Watford Fall Fair is on, where their theme this year, by the way, is Pie-a-Palooza.
Oh.
Whatever
What is
that
that?
means.
I don't know
I
what that
assume
means.
there's going to be lots of pies.
There's going to be pies
Of
and
all
and
kinds.
hopefully they're throwing them. There's nothing more
That might get me
entertaining
up to
than
the
that.
Wyoming
Yes,
Fair.
that would do it.
It's
They-
the Brooke-Alvinston Wyoming
Well,
Fair.
if they have
Brooke-Alvinston
a
Watford
vintage
Fair.
tractor
Watford,
pull,
sorry.
what more do you need but a vintage tractor pull, Rachel?
Well, yes, and pies would be
Okay,
great.
there
I
you
mean,
go.
two
There's
together.
also a demolition derby. There's also an Oreo stacking contest.
Perfect.
I mean,
Yes.
Yeah.
But yes, 11 a.m. on Sunday the 29th is the Vintage Tractor Pull.
Okay.
That's the fun event. That's the neat event, the history of farming, these beautiful machines. They're all completely restored. They look absolutely beautiful. Some of the guys who paint a lot of these tractors to make them look really outstanding were competing back at the Petrolia Fall Fair a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was really nice to see. And so we've got that one coming up at the Brooke-Alvinston Watford Fall Fair, September 29th. And then we'll wrap things up for the season Thanksgiving weekend at the Brigden Fall Fair.
Cool. All right.
Okay, and you're there, so if you go, you're going to see a foreman there too.
Foreman's
You're
out
gonna see
there
a foreman,
calling.
you're going to hear a foreman, and you're going to see a foreman. At least these ones are both at 11 a.m. And because the last time we did it at nighttime was at the Petrolia Fall Fair.
Yes, you had a. That was the last time we talked. We were. That was coming up, or not that
Yeah.
long. Yeah, sure.
Boy, was it ever freezing cold.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting cold at night now.
Like the day
It is
was
getting cold.
The day was like low 20s and sunny and that, but then it started to get rain on and off and during that day.
Oh,
and then
I
at
remember. Sure.
nighttime,
Yeah.
the nighttime low I think it was gonna be getting down to 7.
Yes.
Ugh.
And we were there till maybe 10 or so when it was got down to basically 10 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, we are not acclimatized for 10 degrees. If you
Isn't
think
that-
I can be outside when it's 10, it's only 10. No, you can't. I couldn't feel my fingers and I couldn't feel my toes.
Isn't that funny how we become so accustomed to whatever? I mean, that's
Well,
very
10
true. If you
degrees-
took a 10-degree day in March,
Would
you
be
would be
amazing.
you
I'd
would
wear
be in
shorts.
You'd be
Yes.
in a T-shirt.
I was just going to
right?
say that.
Yeah,
10
10
degrees in
degree-
March is very different from 10 degrees in
In
September.
September, it sure is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Actually,
I
I
mean,
think that night somebody in our neighborhood was having a wedding. And I
Oh,
thought,
wedding.
oh,
no.
gosh, it's freezing out there. I feel bad for all those people.
Wow.
you need some of
Yeah.
those space heaters that
I hope they had
throw
them.
heat.
I don't know.
I
hope
wish
they
I
did.
had one. There's some people on the other side of the tractor pull track that were sitting in their vehicles watching, and I thought, oh, that is a good idea. I should have brought my car around in here, and I could just sit in the car,
Yes.
hold the microphone, have the heater on.
Get an
that
old
would've been-
vintage tractor. Sit in one of those.
Well, they don't have cabs.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, they're out.
I guess they're outdoor tractors.
They're
Open to the air. Open air
Yes,
tractors.
Vintage tractors.
Yes, they're vintage
Yeah.
rich. Yeah.
Open air.
But let me ask you this then: on a 10-degree night, or even because it got even colder than that,
Yeah.
there had to be at least one dude, one bro.
I know what
one
you're about
guy,
to say. Yes.
with a t-shirt and shorts, right?
Yes. 10 p.m. when it's 10 degrees out in
And you're
September.
freezing.
Shorts and a t-shirt. The only guy. Like, there's kids running around and people clearly planned ahead because a lot of kids had mitts and toques on.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh,
Great
wow.
planning. I was jealous.
Yeah.
And then one guy is walking around in shorts and a t-shirt, and I outed him on the microphone because he caught the corner of my eye as I was talking about these beautiful tractors, and I said, and there he is. There's the one guy in the shorts.
Yeah.
What did he do? What did he do?
He was just like, give thumbs up and whatever. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's me.
So
Yeah.
these
He's
are
the one
people.
guy that's warm.
Uh-huh.
He feels fine.
No, but I wonder about these people. I wonder if, in fact, he is fine, or is he? Because this is what I don't understand. If you were planning on going to the fair, the Petroleum Fair that evening,
Yeah.
and you went, it's been 25 degrees, 26, whatever,
Yeah.
shorts and a T-shirt. What have I got to worry about?
Yeah, he'd probably been there
Why?
all day.
Why would I check the weather?
Right.
Why would I need to check the weather?
Uh-huh.
It's been warm all week.
It's
I'm not
summer,
checking the
whatever.
weather.
I just wear shorts and a T-shirt. That's
I'm
it.
not checking the weather. And he shows up and just goes, I'm fine.
Yeah.
When deep down inside, he's going, why didn't I check the weather?
His organs are chattering.
Like, why
They've
don't-
got to be, right? Like, the shorts guy in these situations has to actually be thinking inside, gosh, I'm freezing. But I
Gosh, I
have,
brought a
but I
sweater.
have
Well-
to keep up the charade.
I
Well,
used
Dave,
to be.
you wear shorts till October. Like,
I'll
you
wear
are
them-
hardcore, adamant, I'm not putting pants on till October.
I did that for
That
a
was
while.
a very public topic of
Yes.
conversation
Yes,
over and
yes.
over again.
I stood
Yeah.
I stood on that hill and decided that was my fight of fights. And somewhere along the line, I realized because I would only go. My limit was, late October. Once the weather turns and you're waking up to a 5-degree day, or it's 2 degrees and a high of 10 or whatever it is, and you consistently are starting to get that weather, I'm like, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm going to be comfortable now. I'm going to put on pants. I'm going to wear a jacket. Yeah, I've always
light
maintained,
jacket.
Forman, I would have gone to your tractor pull probably wearing shorts because it's early September, but I would have more than likely had layered up on top because I don't really find my legs particularly get cold, but the rest of me does. Like, there's no way I'm walking around
My
in a
feet
T-shirt.
get cold. They are freezing cold.
Yeah, I would have made sure I had shoes on, running shoes or
Yeah.
whatever.
I had
but-
cowboy boots on, and I couldn't feel my toes.
Really, that bad? That bad?
I know.
Yeah, that's not fun. That's
No.
not fun.
At
But
10 degrees,
Yeah, I know.
you'd be
Am I-
toasty in March.
Am I just that fragile, or do I have a
Maybe.
I
point?
think you're a little fragile.
I think you're a little fragile.
I think
yeah.
a little fragile. But I reached the point with the whole shorts thing where I decided that's not a battle I want to have anymore.
It's not the hill you want to die on, eh?
No,
Yeah.
and here's
Wow.
See, and here's a life lesson for everybody. You can
Not necess-
always change your mind.
Of course you can.
And that's
Um,
okay.
Look, it's just
When you know better, you do better.
well, you try to, but I mean,
Only after your daily radio show's over, and that's your whole persona
yeah.
is wearing shorts.
No, I changed. I did change that. I subtly changed it where nobody knew. But I mean, basically, I would wear shorts until I went, "No, I'm not wearing them anymore. I didn't. I would go back and forth. There was a point in my life where I was stubborn and said, I'm not taking them off until I have to.
Yeah.
I'm not putting pants on until I have to. So if you got a cold day in September, I'm
You'd
wearing
suffer
shorts.
through.
I'd suffer through that because I
Right.
know it's going to get warm again, and I'm not. Once I start wearing pants, I can't go
can't
go
turn
backwards.
back.
I can't
Yeah.
turn back.
Yeah.
And then I realized that was probably one of the dumbest things you could possibly do. Look, it's okay to put pants on.
Well,
in
you were young
September.
and dumb, Dave.
I know. I was young.
What are you gonna? What are you
And
gonna
part
do?
of that is reinforced every time in January, December, February on a 2-degree, -2, -5-degree day at Costco or No Frills, Loblaws, Supers, wherever you happen to be, you see that one dude wearing shorts and flip-flops, and you go,
Yeah.
and
And they're always cargo shorts.
what's wrong
Always.
with you? What
Yeah.
That
is
guy
wrong
wears
with
shorts year round, though. That's why. That
Yes.
guy wears shorts
look-
year round. You know what he looks like. You can picture him in your head.
you? Oh
They're
yeah, I got him.
cargo
I got him.
shorts,
I can
beige.
picture those guys on the bus. I can picture those
Yep.
guys at Fanshawe. Absolutely.
But it's not necessarily always cargo shorts now. It's
I
now,
think so.
Rachel. No, Rachel.
No.
It's really big, baggy,
The gym
long,
shorts.
baggy, maybe with a stripe down the side.
Adam Sandler shorts.
Yeah,
Oh.
those ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
And flip-flops, and it's -5.
Yeah.
That makes sense. This is Due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast that is still anxiously awaiting Taylor Swift's endorsement. I'm not sure what's taking so long.
She endorsed Kamala. Come on.
I don't
We've got
understand.
to be next.
Well, who didn't contact her? I mean, how hard can it be for her to endorse
Foreman,
this?
wasn't that your job?
Yeah, I think that was you, Forman. Could you
I'll
please?
call her up.
Yeah, please. Okay. I would like you to do that. While you're doing that, I don't want you to go anywhere, Foreman, because
Okay.
I had an experience
Okay,
recently.
I wasn't going to leave.
No,
Recently.
I'm just sitting here.
I had a recent experience which
Yeah.
was enlightening. I discovered why you hate Costco.
What?
I truly now
Jinx.
understand
Dave
why Foreman.
Wow.
He doesn't care about wearing shorts, and he hates Costco.
No, I
What
didn't say
has
that.
happened? Did hell freeze
I didn't
over?
say-
What
I
Dave
still-
is this?
I'm
Yes.
still wearing shorts. Don't panic.
You're retired and you're a totally different person.
No, I didn't
the hell?
say. I didn't say I hate Costco.
This is like a 180.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. You
Your
weren't paying
favorite store-
attention. You weren't paying
Well,
attention.
by
I
understanding
said-
how someone else would hate Costco
Yep.
means you
Okay.
also do.
Said, no, that's not true.
Okay.
I made the mistake, and this was a mistake, but at the time, neither my wife or I thought it was a mistake, but it was a mistake. So here's what happened. We rarely venture too far south of Fenshaw Park Road here in the North End. We don't
Unless you need to go to Costco.
unless we need to get out and go to Costco. And we have a Costco, what they call the North End Costco, or Costco North, I think it's called, and then there's Costco South. Costco North is on Wonderland at Oxford, and that's the one we frequent. I will tell you, 90% of the time we go when it opens on either a Saturday, when the two of us go, on either a Saturday or a Sunday. So we're there at like 8:50. And fun fact, I don't like to give this info away to everybody. Costco usually opens early. They're supposed to open at 9.
They've always done
Sometimes
that. Even when they
they-
opened at 10, they were open by 9:45.
Yeah, they are usually open about 15 minutes early. So if you
Well,
get there,
someone of your age would know that.
yeah, I guess. I don't know. I guess. But when the weather's cold and I'm not playing golf and I'm not as busy because I don't do anything, I'll go during the week. I've found Tuesday's not a great day, but Wednesday, 9, perfect. It's not busy. I go in, I get what I want. I can be in and out of Costco. If I have a list and I know what I'm getting, I can be in and out, Foreman, at 9 o'clock in the morning, even on the weekend. Probably in 15 minutes. 15
Why
minutes
would you
tops.
go on the weekend?
15
having
minutes
said
at
all
9
that?
at 9 a.m. 15 minutes.
If you can go any day of the week, I don't know why you're going on the weekend.
I
I avoid
can't
weekends at Costco at all costs.
I can't go at 9 o'clock during the week because I'm doing other things this time of year. I can do it when it's cold and I'm not
'Cause
doing
you're
much.
golfing.
Yeah, I don't want to go when I'm
Go
golfing.
after golf.
You just like hang out.
Then
you know,
it's noon or 1 o'clock. You don't go. That's the mistake. You don't go.
No,
then.
actually, what I have found is that it's very busy mid-morning, and then it kind of tapers off like very early afternoon, right after lunch. And then
Sure.
it picks up again after like late afternoon when people are leaving work. That's what I
people are
have
going
found.
there for dinner. You know who sent me a
People
picture?
are going there for lunch.
Sent me
Oh,
a
yeah, they're
picture
going
of
for lunch.
guess where what we're eating for dinner with the hot dogs and the drinks, whatever. It was Lindsay, the one who sent me the puzzle.
Oh,
She's dining there.
well, why did
Why?
you buy the
People
puzzle
do.
there?
Why are you torturing yourself?
People do that. Anyway, so my wife is she's on Instagram a lot, and she follows. So you have Costco Finds Canada, Costco
Oh, yes.
Finds London.
Yes.
She's always on that to see if they have anything new, see if there's this, see if there's that. All of a sudden, I'll get a text with a picture saying, "Whoop, Costco South, London South. So,
What's the next Tommy Bahama chair, Dave?
Yeah, exactly.
What's the pattern next year?
Yeah, exactly.
I
So
bought
anyway,
mine last year, actually, so I'm covered.
So there are things that I have seen on this Costco finds that she shows me that they seem to have at Costco South, but not at Costco North. So as it happens, we ventured south of Fanshawe on the weekend, and we were actually quite a bit south, past Dundas. So that's very south for us.
You really got a glimpse of the peasants.
We were southeast. We had to go somewhere. We were southeast, and we didn't really have anything to do. And my wife just said, "I said, hey, there's a Canadian Tire here. Do you want to go there? Because I know you want to get something there." And she goes, "Well, do you want to go to the South London Costco?" Never. It's brand new. I've never been.
Yes.
I don't know how new it is. I don't even know when it opened. I have no idea.
Maybe a year old? That's
Yes,
when I go to.
I've never been near it. I don't even know where it is. That was the other thing.
Beside the old one.
Well, I
Yeah,
didn't
but it's
know
kind of
that.
tucked away now.
So we got out and we went, well, sure, let's do it. We ended up on the 401. We came a little bit west. We got
Wow,
off.
you guys really were out of your neighborhood.
Yeah, we were kind of out of the way, and then we
Uh-huh.
get off, and I'm like, well, I don't know where it is. There's where the old one was.
It's a spirit Halloween.
It's a spirit Halloween.
It
Of course
is,
it
yeah.
is. Any empty building is a spirit Halloween.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, so we finally we take a turn somewhere, and like, oh, there it is. We didn't even know so we found it, and it was exactly 12 noon on a Sunday.
Oh,
Why?
God.
Well, I'm just
Yeah.
telling you, that's when we ended up there.
Yep.
I hated it. I fundamentally will never. That's why that's your Costco, not my Costco.
I've never been in the new one.
Really?
Because I refuse.
Oh,
and
wow.
everyone says, "Oh, it's the opposite layout of the one beside it." and-
Yeah, it's not. If you're used to the old one, the new one took a lot of getting used to.
yeah.
And
I
even
don't
like
know.
some of the cashiers told me that.
It's like how it drove me crazy that the Halifax and the Dartmouth Costcos were completely different
Yeah.
for no reason.
Right.
Like, isn't it the same design?
I
Not
guess
necessarily.
not.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
I've been in Costco's. I've been in the Halifax Costco. I've been in one in Quebec City. I've been in Costco's all over the U.S.
Not
I
only
really
does
have.
Dave tour breweries, but he loves to tour Costco.
No, if I'm gonna, hey, look, if you're in the States, and you want to buy, say, beer or alcohol or whatever, you gotta go to a Costco.
Why? Just go to one of their liquor stores.
No, they sell them. They're like,
No, now
have
we'll
you
just go
never
to
seen a
Petro
U.S.
Canada.
Costco?
No.
Oh my, Rachel, you need to go to a U.S. Costco. You do.
Okay.
You do.
All right.
You
Well-
just to see the selection of wines they have is unbelievable. It's
Okay.
like I'm not
I
making
believe
that
you.
up.
I
Anyway,
believe you.
I went out to the South End Costco. I couldn't. The parking lot is even worse than it was before.
Yes,
with
the
old.
I don't know who designed that parking lot,
Well, then
but
they
it
stuck
is,
the gas station right in the middle of it.
and you can't get to it from like a road.
No.
You have to go through the parking lot and weave between.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. The layout of the South London Costco parking lot is horrendous. I will
Then I
give
get
you
in the
that.
place.
That's
So we finally get in.
absolutely
We
true.
find a spot. We find a
They
spot.
did it by design. They
Yeah.
had all the time in the world to plan
Yeah.
that, and they did
They
that
did.
to you on purpose.
I
Yes.
guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, I get it. We get inside, and it's a zoo. I
Of course it is.
Like, people might as well get in the carts and pretend they're cages because it's a zoo. It's a zoo.
Yes.
It's literally a zoo.
Yeah.
There's no room to go anywhere.
Yeah.
They are lined
It's
up.
true.
It was like COVID. They were lined up way to the back just
Oh, yes.
to check out.
Yep.
What?
Every time.
That never happens at not when I go anyway. Not at 9 o'clock in the morning.
I'm lined up at
Sunday
the
at
back.
noon.
I was lined up at the back last week at that Costco. Here's my theory on why it happens. I guess at that I don't go to the North
They
London
want
one.
you to have this experience. You guys are understanding that, right? This is
They
all
want it to
by
be
design.
bad?
Sure.
This is a brand new layout. They could have had all the state-of-the-art studies on how the flow of every other store they've ever run
Yeah, and
work
they
and
should
put
have.
it into this, and they
Yeah.
thought, no, we're going to make it worse.
Yeah.
See? He's
Well,
getting
they made the
squeaky.
parking
He's
lot
getting
look- I
squeaky.
know.
So are you!
I don't know why they do that. But I think the South London one is right on the highway. So you're getting people who don't live in London. You're getting people from outside of London. You're getting people from like Chatham, from Woodstock, from
St.
those
Thomas.
St. Thomas. Those people aren't going to the North London Costco.
No.
You're going to the South London one.
Thank goodness you stay away too. Don't come. Stay away. I am never going back for it. I hate that place.
No, well, you
I
might
like-
get some relief because at the Woodstock Fair there are very pushy Costco people there, all set up because Brantford
Has
is
a
about
Costco.
Well,
I just
it's-
saw that.
Well, it's not open yet, but it's a brand new one, going to be laid out probably the same as this dumb fucking thing,
I
right
don't
at the side of the 403,
I saw it. I saw it.
Okay.
I drove
opening
by it.
November 8th.
Wow.
I drove by
Well,
it
that
on my
might take some of the people away then. Good.
on my way back from vacation. I said, "Hey, look, they've got a Costco in Brantford."
Yeah, it'll be just as miserable.
This is due to underwhelming demand. It's a podcast, I believe, and we are Dave, Rachel, and Forman. And this podcast has been brought to you by Campbell Amusements and the Ontario Vintage Tractor Pullers Association. We thank them so much for their support.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and if you have a tractor and want to be involved, by the way, ovtpa.org. It's
Okay.
the place to get involved because always looking for new pullers. Of course, the season winding down soon, 2 pulls left, but we'll have a
Is
full
that
season
something you
next year.
train for? Yeah, for the next season, you have to train for that kind of thing.
Well,
You
would
got to get your tractor
you
ready.
prepare your tractor more.
You got to
than
get the
yourself.
tractor ready,
Yes.
I think.
Right. Okay.
If there's
And
any,
don't-
is there any way you can get me one of those cool hats, Foreman? Do
Oh.
you know anybody that's high up in the OVTPA organization?
I do know a
Dot
couple people. Yes.
organization.
Normally, they sell the hats at the pull, which are very nice.
And I don't like to pay money for hats.
I see you're still wearing your iHeartRadio hat
Still have my
at the
hat,
moment.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
real
Wonder
nice.
where you got that.
Anyway, well, that's
Which
neither
is fine
here nor
because
there.
we are available on that app. So
That's right. Okay.
That's true.
Well, and again,
That's
thank
true.
you to Campbell Amusements and the Ontario Vintage Tractor Pullers Association. We appreciate your support. If you would like to sponsor the podcast, just contact us, Dave Rachel Forman at gmail.com or anywhere on social media.
with lots of
Absolutely.
availability when the fairs are done.
Yes, yes.
Yes, that's right.
That's
We will,
very
actually.
true.
Yeah. Okay, last time we talked about family-friendly fornication phrases.
Yes, we did,
So
didn't we?
we talked about family-friendly
we?
phrases for fornication,
Sure we did.
like I'm going to check you for ticks. Let's go for a ride on the big green tractor.
That's
I
right.
want to go watch Harry
Wanna go
Potter.
watch
You want to
Harry
go
Potter.
watch Harry Potter?
Now, I
Are you
posted
are you
that.
up? Are you up for a game of Mad Libs?
Oh, that's new.
I'm just making them up as I go.
Sure.
I don't know. Like, I have no idea.
You could probably just say anything to your partner with a little wink and they would get it,
Excuse
right?
me, but I believe, are you Colonel Mustard? Because I'm Mrs. Peacock. I mean, I
Okay.
don't know.
Want to go into the library with my lead pipe.
See? That's how you do it. That's how it's done. That's exactly how it's done.
Professor Plum, what are you doing in here?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my God. Get out. Okay,
What are
so
you doing?
anyway, we posted that on our Facebook page. We said, do you
Yes.
have any family-friendly phrases for fornication? Nobody did.
None.
In fact,
No
I'm sure
one.
that you do, but nobody wanted to post it and have
Nobody
their
wanted
name
to post
attributed
them.
to that.
I
Oh,
see.
yes,
Okay.
exactly.
So we
Sure.
got a private message from somebody, Melissa, and she says, family-friendly fornication sayings. Hers is, are you interested in a little fun? And his is, shower time. The kids
Oh.
have no idea what it means, and it makes it more fun. Well, there you go.
Sure.
Okay,
Wow.
that's the only one we got. I know that more of you have them, and nobody wanted to tell us. But if you want to send us an anonymous message, we can read that too. We don't have to include your name.
No. Hey, want to listen to Due to Underwhelming Demand?
Yes. Let's go put that on upstairs and close
Yeah.
the door. I mean, it is not appropriate for children's ears either way.
No,
So, really,
no.
It's probably
that one does
probably
check out.
wise.
It
Probably
does
wise.
check out.
We're going to
That's
listen to it in the car? Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's go. Want to go listen to it in the drive shed?
The drive
Drive
shed.
shed. Okay.
Put on that podcast in the shop.
Yeah, let's go listen to that podcast up in the shop. Yeah.
That's a good one. We are your euphemism.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
you can use
You're
us
welcome.
as an excuse. We don't
Sure.
care. Sure, we're
We don't
not
care.
there, so what does it
Yeah.
matter?
Why
Yeah,
not?
good.
Unless we are actually in the background and, well, Thanks for listening.
Don't tell me about it. Yeah. We also talked about a few episodes ago, my unpopular opinion and Dave's unpopular opinion about Dave said he's annoyed by other golfers playing music on Bluetooth speakers while on the golf course.
Well, no,
It
I
equally
wouldn't.
annoys me when people do it on the beach because I don't want to hear your music.
Oh,
It's just,
well, yeah,
no,
and
it's
I-
just a new. It's just. It seems to be something that is. People do it a lot now. No one ever listened to music on a golf course. Now people do. I can. It doesn't really bother me. I just find it curious. I always thought the golf course was a nice place to go where you could enjoy nature. Why do you need to listen to music while you're doing that? But
That bothers me. That's why I added in people listening on their docks on the lake because
Yeah.
it competes with everyone else.
exactly.
Like, do you have to have it cranked so loud though? Like, we'll put music on in our backyard, but I try not to have it too loud for
No.
everybody, but
Exactly. Yeah.
I can't hear it on the other side of my yard, but
yeah,
then I'll
yeah.
just put the speaker near me, right? I don't know.
Well, people like Sandy like it.
Okay.
Depending on the setting, Sandy says, sometimes hearing other people's music changes my mood or brings back a memory.
Oh, okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Okay. I mean, if the music is what I'm into, fine. If
That
it's not
seems-
what I'm into,
Yeah.
then
Not
yeah.
so fine.
Like, it's
That
very
seems like
subjective.
a pretty rare situation that would happen, Sandy.
Well, I don't know. Janice says, how about when you don't know where it's coming from? Yesterday afternoon through the evening, we could hear music on and off. I suspect it was the fair, but who knows? Everyone was complaining on the community Facebook page. Yeah.
Well, that's where you go to complain.
Yes.
You
That's
know
what it's
what?
for.
Actually,
That's what it's
I
for.
think this wedding that was in our neighborhood, they must have had a band or something, and they were. So somebody anonymously complained on the community
Always
Facebook
do.
page. Yeah,
Always
but then
do.
everybody else was like, "I love it." So I was like, "Okay, I'm
And
staying
of
out
course,
of that
that's
one."
when they say
I couldn't hear it.
an anonymous person has
Yeah,
posted this.
this is an anonymous post.
You know the moderator knows who you are, right?
Maybe, I guess, yeah. Linda says, annoy me? No, but it makes me laugh when I have all my windows rolled up and the car beside me has music blaring so loud it vibrates my car. I wonder how long it'll be before that person needs hearing aids.
Yeah, that's an
Well,
odd
that's
one.
true.
That's an odd one.
That's true. Jamie says, in some settings it is irritating. I will sometimes play music while out walking if I forget earbuds, but never over a speaker and only loud enough that I can hear it. But no one else hears it unless they walk by me.
That
Well,
one
they
I
hear
see
it.
often too, where someone
Yeah.
just has their phone in their hand and it's playing music out loud.
Yeah.
And I think you can't. All those people I've seen doing that can't have all forgotten their earbuds. And if I forgot mine, then I would just be
Walk silently.
okay. Yes, I would just know that I'm not listening to music or
yeah,
a podcast that
I
walk.
wouldn't be. I
Right.
wouldn't be listening that way.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fascinating. Jamie,
go
tell
for-
us more about that.
Yeah, we do need to know more. That'd be good.
John says, yes, it's very annoying and it's almost always crap music.
Okay. Okay, John. Well,
I don't
Oh, John's the same age as you are, is he, Dave?
hey, that's not what I said. That's not what I said.
All right. Well, that's it for that one. If you have more thoughts on that, you can always email us, DaveRachelForman at gmail.com.
Please do.